Hello everyone, Chris here, and I hope you guys doing great. And today I would like to show you how to replace transmission fluid on 2017 and newer Chrysler Pacifica. So first, of course, we have to lift the car and we will need to remove the under tray. We have to remove the whole panel that covering the engine. It does have a lot of bolts around, so you have to remove all of them and then slowly lower the cover. Then you have to locate the drain plug. And here is the drain plug. You need to get some container and try to collect all the fluid, because we're going to measure later on how much fluid was in the transmission. And of course, remember guys to have some jack stand if you're working at home. Make sure the car is secured if you're working under the car. Okay, so if the fluid, all of it, it's out, just put the drain plug back and then we're gonna work on the top of the engine. First I'm going to remove the cover from the engine. And guys, the fill plug, it's under this bracket. This is the cable bracket. We will have to remove the bracket, and the fill plug, it's under this bracket. And to show you guys this better, I'm going to remove the air filter. You don't have to do it. It is possible to fill the oil without removing it, but it's take about 2 minutes, so I think it's just better and have more room by removing it. There is one more bolt for the air filter and it's almost out. And now we got a little bit more room so you guys can see it better from the top. And here is the bracket that I was talking about. We have to remove this bracket and the fill plug is under this bracket. So to remove the nut that holding the bracket, you need 13mm socket and a long extension. And like so, you can just put the bracket on the side. And now we have access for the fill plug. And to remove the fill plug, you need the hex socket size 8 and a long extension. And before removing the fill plug completely, just make sure guys there is no dirt or dust around the fill plug, so there is nothing that can go inside the transmission. And now guys, to fill the transmission with fresh oil, you need a long funnel. And guys, what I always do, I always measure how much fluid I drained, and then I put the same amount for now. So this is the fluid I'm using. This is OEM fluid. I already measured how much fluid I got. It was almost 4 quarts. So I'm gonna put the same amount of the fluid into the transmission. I'm gonna double check the level in a second, but for now I just put the same amount of fluid that I drained. And now you will need to put the fill plug back in the place and the bracket, and you will have to put everything together, so the airbags and everything. I am going to check the fluid level with the special tool in a second. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. You might just drain your fluid and put exact the same amount of the fluid back in the transmission, but only if you are 100% sure that the car is not leaking, or if previous owner put the same amount of the fluid while he was changing the fluid. If you are not sure, then you have to check the fluid level. And that's why I always double check that. To do it, you need a special tool. You can buy it on Amazon or eBay. And on the side of this tool, there is a chart that you have to follow. There is a fluid temperature and how much fluid you need to see on this tool, on this dipstick. And to get the access to put this tool, to put this dipstick into the transmission, you need to remove the driver's side wheel. And you need a flashlight to see the bolt. It's right there. You have to remove that bolt to insert the dipstick. And to remove it, you need the hex socket size 6. It's really tight to get there, but it is possible to remove it. And this is the bolt. And that's the hex socket. And now guys, you can leave this open, the fluid will not leak from there. And you will need to start the car and go with your shifter to the reverse, wait a couple seconds, then go to neutral, to drive, and do it couple of times. Go back to reverse, to drive, and then once you do it like 3 or 4 times, you can just put the car on park. And you need to check your transmission oil temperature. Mine is 127 Fahrenheit, and you have to follow the chart that was on the box of the tool, of the dipstick. You gotta put this dipstick to this hole right now. If you don't have the scanner like I do, you can use the temperature gun and point the temperature gun to the bottom of the transmission. And now you can insert the dipstick inside and then remove it and check where you at with the level. And guys, that's why this is important, because I was short by half a quart of oil. So that's important to double check. I put the Sharpie, I just marked tool with the Sharpie so I can see it better. And of course remember to follow the chart and the temperature of your transmission. And of course remember guys, the longer the car going to run, the higher fluid temperature you're going to have. So try to check with the dipstick as quick as possible, and then you can put the plug back in and you're all set. If you guys like the video, please like it below. If you have questions, just comment below. See you guys next time.